So, in the last class we have seen prefix condition and how to check a code as instantaneous or not, we have seen in the last class. So, for any variable length code it should satisfy both prefix condition as well as Craft inequality. Okay. Prefix condition means no code word should be prefixed to any other code word, the same code. So, now we will see one source coding technique. So, we have seen some example, but in the previous example, for example, if I check here, so here we have seen, and each symbol corresponding code word also given here, but how to generate these code words? So, we should follow some source coding techniques. So, by the use of source coding techniques, we can able to generate instantaneous codes for the given source symbols, and Huffman coding is one of such source coding technique that is used to generate code word for the given source symbols. And this Huffman coding is one of the efficient code source coding technique. And straightforward we will see one example, and by use of that example I will explain how the Huffman coding will work. So, note down again this problem. Consider a discrete memoryless source with 7 possible symbols. Xi, where I equal to 1 to 7, and corresponding probabilities P of x1 equal to 0.37, P of x2 equal to 0.33, P of x3 equal to 0.16, P of x4 equal to 0.07, P of xy equal to 0.04, P of x6 equal to 0.02, and P of x7 equal to 0.01. So, these are the probabilities of symbols x1 to x7. And in Huffman coding, what we do, first we need to arrange the source symbols in the decreasing order of their probabilities. Of course, for the given example, these probabilities are also in decreasing order, but if they are not there, we should arrange all the symbols in a decreasing probabilities order. Okay. So, 0.37, 0.33, 0.16, 0.07, 0.04, 0.02, 0.01. And after arranging them in decreasing probability order, what we need to tie least 2 probable symbols. Out of all symbols, we need to tie least 2 probable symbols. X7, X6 and X7 are the least probable symbols, and both combine, and the combined probability we write on this line. Okay. So, combined probability we write on a line, that is 0.03, 0.02 plus 0.01 is 0.03, and assign 0 for the highest out of these 2 symbols. So, 0.02 is assigned with 0, binary 0, and 0.01 is assigned with binary 1. Okay. Let us take 2 least probable symbols. Out of those 2, the greater one is assigned with 0 and least one is assigned with 1, and combine both of them and combined probability write with 0.03. And now tie next 2 least symbols. Okay. The next least symbol is 0.04, and this combined probability is 0.03. So, both these are less compared to all other source probabilities. Okay. Okay. Every time we sum 2 least probable symbol, and we take that sum as the new symbol. Let me take the sum combined symbol we take it as new symbol. And now considering that new symbol, the least symbol, two symbols again we are going to combine. So both 0.04 and 0.03 are less than all other remaining probabilities. Okay. So now we combine symbol x5 and the combined symbol of x6 and x7. So 0.04, 0.03. Okay, that's some probability is 0.07. And again out of these two symbols, 0.04 is greater one. So 0.04 symbol x5 is assigned with 0 and 0.03 is assigned with binary 1. Okay. And now the new probability is 0.07 and that will be combined with next least probable, that is 0.07. Again we will combine x4 and this combined probability 0.07. So some probability will be 0.14 and here of course both are same. If you are same, you can even maintain the same flow or you can reverse also, no problem. So 0, 1 is assigned to these symbols. And next the new combined source probability is 0.14 and next least probability is 0.16. We will combine now these two, 0.16 and 0.14. The new probability is 0.30. And again out of these two, the greater one is 0.16, the greater one is assigned with binary 0 and least one is assigned with binary 1. And now again the same order, 0.03, 0.3 and 0.33 both will be combined and the new probability is 0.66 and the greater one is again assigned with 0 and the least one is again assigned with 1. And at last 0.66 and 0.37 will be combined and the combined probability will write here. And here if of course here it should be 1 because this one is least and it should be 0. Okay, it should be 0 and it should be 1 because in 0.37 and 0.66 the least one is 0.37. So the least one is always we are assigning with binary 1 and greater one is assigning with binary 0. Okay. Now what we do, we come from right to left side. Okay. So if I see here now first initially the symbol x1 is assigned with binary 1. So I will write 1 in front of symbol x1. Okay. And now if I read from right to left, then x2 can be represented as 0 and 0, 0, 0. So if when I am writing like this code word, so 10 is the corresponding code word for x2. In the code word 00, sorry, not 10, 00, the first 0 is the rightmost 0 and second 0 is leftmost 0. Okay, like that you need to assign. Now coming to x3 how we can read 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0 is assigned to x3. And x4 is assigned with 0, 1, 1, 0, 0 1 1 0. Next x5 0 1 1 1 0, 0 triple ones 0, 0 1 1 1 0. And next x6, x6 is 0 1 1 1 1 0, 0 4 ones 0, 0 4 ones 0. And finally x7, x7 is 0 5 ones 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, 0 1 2 3 4 5 is the code word corresponding to x7. So, how we are taking these values, how we are taking these code words? Once after making this chain, we need to read from right to left, and first x1 is assigned with binary 1, x2 if I go from right to left, that means let me take this is x2, okay, right to left. X3 means till like this only. X3 means let me take with some other color. Right to left, if I am reading x3, this is x3. This is how we proceed reading code word for x3. And next for x4, let me take a color like this. So, already for x4 it was given, same way we can go for x4. And x5 means so from right to left, slowly without getting any confusion we should come. X5 and finally we arrived for x5 like that. Okay, like that, while after making a chain we should read the code word from right to left, and the right bit is the first bit in the code word, and next right bit will be next bit in the given code word. Okay, always like that we should write a code word. And now we should construct, we should calculate efficiency of this code. So, once if you have all code words, now the code word length we also know. The first code word length is 1, and second code word length is 2, and third code word length is 3, and fourth code word length is 4. These all are n case, okay, sorry, 4, and fifth one with a length of 5, sixth one with a length 6, seventh one also of length 6. Okay. So, now the code word lengths are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. So, once if you know the length of code words, and we also know probabilities of each code word, then using this probabilities and code word length, we can calculate entropy as well as average code word length. Okay. Entropy is summation of k from 1 to 7, since we have 7 symbols, p of x k log p of x k. We will get around 2.1152 bits. Similarly, the average code word length R bar is summation of k from 1 to 7 n k p of x k, where n k is length of code word. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 and their probabilities. So, average code word length we will get it as 2.1700 bits. Okay. So, the efficiency of this code is h of x by r bar. So, 2.1152 divided by 2.1700, that is nothing but 0.9747 or 97.47 percentage. Okay. This is how we calculate code words for all symbols using Huffman coding. We will see a few more examples. So, note down this problem. Similarly, one more set of code words have been given along with probabilities, self informations and code words and code word lengths. By the use of these code words, lengths and probabilities, we should calculate. Here it was not asking to generate Huffman coding. Coding was already done. Already code words are generated. Already all the code words are generated by means of Huffman coding. And after generating these code words, how to calculate efficiency was given here. Please note down. Sorry, Huffman coding also generated here. So, with the probabilities here, okay, we should see this code carefully. We have given code words and we have to generate code words by the use of Huffman coding. So, first step is that we should arrange the symbols in decreasing probabilities. Here also already symbols are decreasing order 0.46, 0.3, 0.12, 0.06, 0.03, 0.02, 0.01. So, 7 symbols we are writing in a decreasing probability order. And now, what we have to do? Or previous question also same probabilities, different probabilities. Here the clear thing was given. So, first we need to tie the least two probable symbols, that is 0.02, 0.01. So, the combined one is 0.03 and the least one is assigned with 1 and highest one is assigned with bind to 0. And next two least probabilities are 0.03 and 0.03. We need to combine these two and the sum probability will be 0.06 and both are same, any one, either 0 1 or 1 0 we can assign, no issue at all. But in general, when both are the combined probability and present symbol probability are same, means the previous order only we will assign. So the above one is assigned with binary 0. To maintain proper flow, we assign the same order. And next two probabilities are 0.06 and 0.06. After combining both of them, the sum probability is 0.12. Again 0.1 we have assigned, 0.12, 0.12 combined as 0.24, and 0.24 symbol is combined with x2, that is having probability 0.30. So the sum probability is 0.54. Again now the least one is 0.24, the least one is assigned with 1 and greater one is assigned with 0. And now at last we should combine 0.54 and 0.46. So if I combine both these, and if you see here 0.54 is the greater one. So greater one is assigned with binary 0, greater one is assigned with binary 0, and least one is assigned with binary 1. Okay. So always, as we followed earlier, while combining two symbols, the least probable symbol is assigned with 1 and greater probable symbol is assigned with 0. So similarly, if you compare with 0.46 and 0.54, 0.54 is greater one, so that is assigned with binary 0, and 0.46 is assigned with binary 1. So the sum probability is 0, 1. And now if I write code words, 0.46, 0.46 is 1. As you now forget about this, at last the probability whatever we got at last, that you forget about. Only the binary data we are assigning for different symbols, those only we are going to read now. Okay. So now 0.46 is assigned with binary 1. So 46 is 1, and 0.30, 0.30 is 0. Now we don't have any link between this and this. We are rightmost symbol is 0 and next symbol is 0. So x2 is represented as 0 0. Okay. And next x3, how we will read x3? 0 0 1 0. Okay. 0 0 1 0. So this symbol is so x3 is represented by 0 1 0. Next x4, how x4 is represented? Again same line, 0 1 1 0, 0 1 1 0. x4 is represented by 0 1 1 0. Next x5, x5 also will come again from right hand side, 0 1 1 1 0. So that means 0 3 ones 0, 0 3 ones 0. Next x6, again 0 1 1 1 1 0. So 0 4 ones, 1 2 3 4 ones 0. So x6 0 1 1 1 1 0, and at last x7 is 0 1 1 1 1 1. How many ones? 0 1 2 3 4 5 ones. Zero, 1 2 3 4 5 ones. So now these are the code words obtained for x1 to x7. So code word lengths are 1. So these are the codes we got now. Code word lengths are 1 2 3 4 5 6 only. 2 3 4 5 6 only. Here also 6 only. Okay. Now using this code word lengths and probabilities, again we can calculate efficiency and average code word length. So in the so this previous example, what we have seen, when two probabilities are same, then we have assigned x5 with 0 and this combined probability symbol as 1. Even if you want, you can alter also. Okay, 1 you can assign to x5 and 0 you can assign to, because both are having same probability, then even we can alter. If you want, you can alter this assignment of binary bits also. But obviously if two probabilities are different, then the least probability least probable symbol is assigned with 1 and greater probable symbol is assigned with 0. But both are same probability means either 0 or 1 we can assign to both the symbols. So if I assign 1 to x5 and 0 to this combined probability, then the resultant Huffman structure will be like this. Okay, every time this is a little difficult to read, but now if you see 3 this 0.03 is assigned with 1 with 0 and this x5 is assigned with 1. Okay. So similarly this now the combined probability is 0.06 and x4 is also 0.06, but earlier we have assigned 0 to x4 and this combined symbol 1 to this combined symbol. Now 1 is assigned to x4 and 0 is assigned to this combined probability. Like this also you can assign. Okay. Now if I read firstly 1 was directly given to x1 and next we have 0 0, next we have 0 0, that is we can read something like this. Okay. And next symbol x3 is again 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 1, and x4 is 0 1 1 0 1 1 1. So 0 3 ones, 1 1 1. Next x5 is similarly 0 4 ones, x6 with 0 5 ones, no not 5 ones here. X6 if we see here, so 0 1 1 1 1 4 ones, 0 4 ones, and 0 finally. And last one is 0 4 ones and fifth one also 1. Oh, this is wrong, I think so. Just a minute. One 0 0 0 1 1. Okay. Next 0 1 0 1. Yes, here we have made mistake. Now for example x4 means x4 we start with 0 0 1 0 1, next 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1, that is x4, 0 1 0 1. Next x5 x5 0 1 0 0 0 1. So 0 1 0 0 1. So 0 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1. Similarly next two symbols 0 4 ones, 0 3 ones 1. Okay, so we should read carefully. And after getting probabilities and code word length, so we can again calculate average code word length and average code and entropy. So entropy is calculated as some 2.0569 and R bar, average code word length R bar is obtained as 1.9900. So efficiency is defined as h of x by R bar. Okay, so finally efficiency we got it as 0.9940. So here there is a slight deviation actually. We have seen two types of Huffman coding. So one is when two symbols are with different with same probabilities, then assignment of binary 0 and 1 will be up to the user, but there will be a slight change in the efficiency value. So, that is what we observed here. So, the R bar average code one length is different for both kind of Huffman coding. In the first type, we got efficiency is same, sorry, entropy is same, but efficiency will be slightly varied. So, here now h of x r bar are obtained like this. Okay, that is all for Huffman coding. I will stop here. Next class we will see another kind of coding called as Shannon-Fano coding, that is also used